Thanks very much. So today Theresa May said that it's impossible for communities to be cohesive if they accept a large number of migrants. But I believe that our colleges and our universities across the UK, with their high numbers of international students, prove just how wrong she is. Migrants make our communities more cohesive, more vibrant and more tolerant. To allow this government to deport international students on graduation, as she's outlined. Our international students are here to study and they are here to stay.
Yeah.
One of the issues I want to talk to you about is something we're fighting right now, and it's the implications of the Counter-Terrorism and Security Act. And the most pertinent part of that is the prevent duty, which is now forcing teachers, academics and counsellors to monitor students who they deem are at risk of terrorism or extremism. And now this is problematic for all of us, any activist, anyone who speaks out against the government agenda. But it is most problematic for Muslim and black students because of the implications of racial profiling that comes with the prevent duty. Now, I'm sure you all saw the case of the 14-year-old boy in Texas, Ahmed, who came into school having made a clock and then got arrested because his teacher thought it was a bomb. Now, this isn't just happening in the US, it's happening here as well. We've recently seen 3 Muslim girls at Newvic College suspended for speaking out against prevent and Islamophobia. Those girls should be commended, not suspended. About eco-terrorism in a class that was about environmental activism questioned by prevent officers. A schoolboy who came in wearing a Palestine badge, handing out BDS literature, questioned by prevent officers. Mohammed Farouk from Staffordshire University, a postgraduate student writing his dissertation about terrorism, seen in the library reading a book about terrorism, questioned by prevent officers. Now, I was at a meeting recently and a woman suggested that the next time that happens, everybody comes into school the next day wearing a Palestine badge, takes that book out of the library as a sign of solidarity and resistance. And what we're doing nationally at the National Union of Students is we're calling for a boycott of the prevent duty. Along with the UCU, the Lecturers' Trade Union, who've issued guidance to their branches on balloting for industrial action to refuse compliance. And together with them, and with the Black Students Campaign, Defend the Right to Protest and the Federation of Student Islamic Societies, we are running a national tour this month with workshops on prevent, on racist policing and stop and search. It's coming to Manchester on the 21st of October. It's being held at Manchester Students' Union. You can find out about it online or check the hashtag Students Not Suspects. We're running this to equip our members with the knowledge and networks that are required to take back power from the state, by refusing to allow our spaces of education to become spaces of suspicion, of racism and Islamophobia. I have to admit, the National Union of Students hasn't always been strong on this in the past. Our union has capitulated, complied and cooperated with prevent and other similar policies. For the last 3 years, we've accepted money from the government to run faith, belief and cohesion projects. And much of that work was good. But by taking government money, we were legitimising their agenda. So one of the first acts I made as Vice President this year, when the cheque was handed to me for renewal, £100,000 from the Business, Innovation and Skills Department called Preventing Extremism in Further and Higher Education. I said, no thank you, we're not touching your money, you spend it on grants instead. Has prompted some strong words from David Cameron and Joe Johnson, the Minister for Universities. David Cameron recently condemned us for working with groups like Cage, who've been subject to Islamophobic smears in the right-wing press. And Joe Johnson has threatened implications for our union if we continue to refuse to comply with the prevent agenda. But I tell you now, all the threats in the world won't stop our opposition. Standing behind our Black Students Campaign, our Islamic societies, our activists, we will continue our refusal and support every academic facing discipline in doing so. We have to demonstrate our numbers and build campaigns across communities as well as across campuses. We will not tolerate our members being stopped and searched at the doors of their colleges. We will not tolerate the discrimination, demonisation and deportation. We are students, not suspects, and we will continue to fight this until these racist policies are driven out of every school, every college and every university campus.